Hey everyone, Rob Case here, paddling technique coach located in Northern California. This video will cover 3 techniques Kolohe uses to make paddling into these steep waves easy. The first and most evident technique is that he paddles in at 90 degrees to the momentum of the wave. He doesn't angle his board until he's already caught the wave and is on his way to planing. So why does this work? When a surfer paddles 90 degrees to the momentum of the wave as they catch it, 100% of the wave's potential momentum transfers to the surfer to help the surfer get to planing speed. As a wave propagates into the beach, it has a certain velocity and mass. Velocity times mass equals momentum. And similar to energy, momentum cannot be created nor destroyed, only transferred. So when a surfer angles too early, they only get a portion of the wave's momentum transferred to them, and hence need to find a force elsewhere to help them get to planing speed. When a surfer paddles in at 90 degrees to the energy of the wave, to the momentum of the wave, 100% of the potential momentum is transferred to the surfer, helping them get to planing speed. Gravity is the other force helping the surfer get to planing speed, but using more momentum means the surfer can use less gravity and hence makes the takeoff that much easier. As a byproduct, because Kolohe is receiving 100% of the potential momentum, other momentum building techniques in his wave catching sequence are optimized, such as the cork technique he uses. But it was his alignment with the wave's energy that started it all. The second technique Kolohe uses to make paddling into these steep waves easier is to press his chest at the correct moment. Now, this timing of the chest press allows him to accelerate to planing faster with less gravity needed. If he presses the chest too early, the nose will purl. The chest press is one technique a surfer can use to gain more acceleration into that planing phase. Notice carefully how he uses the chest press at different moments, depending on how he's progressing towards planing. He also uses it in various magnitudes, depending on how he's progressing to planing. What is common, however, is that his chest is pressed right before his motion to get to his feet, whether he presses it right before he gets up or right at the beginning of the burst sequence. What this technique really does is it makes sure the board is going down the face of the wave as he gets to his feet. Note that surfers decelerate when they begin getting to their feet. So to compensate for that, surfers need to make sure the momentum and acceleration they have when they start getting to their feet remains, or at the very least doesn't decelerate too much as they go through that motion. The chest press helps with that. The third technique Kolohe uses to make paddling into these steep waves easier is a good burst stroke technique from a mechanical and timing perspective. Notice how Kolohe is not overreaching. His strokes enter and dive straight to the front propulsive phase of the stroke. Because his mechanics are in line with effective sprint technique, he doesn't need to apply as much force since just the way he's setting up his stroke results in optimal propulsive force backward. He also times these burst strokes so that they're in the water being applied right as the momentum is transferred to him and gravity begins to set in. The burst strokes simply help surfers move from displacement to planing just a little earlier. They're not the reason why a surfer catches a wave. Momentum and gravity are. But effective burst strokes, where the surfer is capturing the most propulsive movement as possible just from a biomechanical point of view, at the moment momentum and gravity begins, takes that surfer to planing faster than ineffective strokes would. In fact, ineffective strokes create a rather large disadvantage that quickly magnifies if other takeoff techniques are poor also. Now, in addition, when the burst strokes are performed biomechanically correct, the surfer can then apply whatever amount of force they want or is required. And oftentimes, if the surfer sets the wave up correctly using other techniques, they don't need to apply as much force. You can see how easy the strokes look when Kolohe catches the wave with the cork technique, because he aligned at 90 degrees, used the cork to replace some strokes to build momentum, and then had a light chest press. His burst strokes almost seemed like there was little to no force behind them. So there you have it. 90 degrees, chest press, and effective burst strokes. Easy. Hope this helps. If you're interested in learning how to use paddling technique so that you can improve your efficiency, speed, and injury prevention, check out the Level 1 Paddling Technique course online or come visit me in person. Once you have a strong foundation of paddling technique, Level 2 teaches wave catching, getting out, and popping up. All so that you can catch the most waves with the least amount of effort. Until next time, I'll see you in the water.